Today we're cooking with my mum, which is a real treat for me. Most of my earliest memories are of watching her cook for my big family and all the people that would drop in at a moment's notice. And Mum's capacity for catering was endless, so it's easy to see where I get my passion from. If I had to pick a dish that epitomises my whole childhood, it would have to be corned beef. It was always on the boil, either on the stove or in the copper boil out the back if we were getting ready for a party. So, Mum, what is it with corned beef? I do still love it, which is amazing, but where did you get your passion for it?
Well, it feeds a crowd for a start.
Yeah.
It's an easy one. Once you put it in the pot, you can forget it for 4 hours. So a very Australian, it's a country dish, as the fridges weren't available.
Fridges weren't a thing, were they?
No, so corned beef is a tradition west of Australia, and I grew up with it.
How do we make it? Where do we start?
Well, I would just place that piece of meat into the pot.
Okay. Now this has got an intense colour because it's been brined. So pop it in.
Okay, and now you take these things. I just break these up. Throw them in.
So rustic.
Yes, well, because this is just your stock that you're using to flavour the meat. You're not going to end up eating it. So toss it in. I'd chop these carrots. Not much. Throw them in.
Oh, nice.
And then the onion, I'm just going to top and tail it. Then I'm going to put the cloves into the onion. So you can put the stuff.
Oh, hello. We used to do this with oranges and stick the cloves in there for
that's true.
Christmas. All right, let's do the garlic first. I'm guessing we just have to bruise the garlic a little bit. Look at these nice big elephant garlic pieces.
So you throw that in.
Talk about chaos in the kitchen.
And the garlic. Now this is now ready to simmer.
Okay, so there's one extra ingredient that I like to put in, which is ginger beer.
Yeah. And there's one extra ingredient that I like to put in, which is your leftover red wine. And there's always some of that around. Thank you, darling. Now I'm going to take it to the sink and cover it in water and simmer for 4 hours.
So we've been focusing on the meat, but I know for sure what Mum thinks is the real star of the show, and that's her mustard sauce, her prized mustard sauce.
Handed down from Grandma.
Yeah, handed down from Grandma. Now, I can read just barely this cookbook.
I know.
Where does
It's
this
very
come from?
precious, and I love having it because it's all Pearl's collection of recipes she held dear to herself.
All of Grandma's
And
recipes.
we can share them now. Okay, so what's the first thing?
So beat mustard, sugar and egg together. 1 small tablespoon of mustard.
Now, what else then? Sugar.
Sugar. So that's raw sugar, but it's going to cook anyway, so it'll go down. Okay. And then add vinegar and place in saucepan with 1 egg.
Yeah, how much vinegar?
Well, it doesn't say.
Yes, it does.
Half a cup of vinegar. Now, do you want a high heat or a low heat, or?
We just want to bring it to a simmer.
Okay.
And then this is half a cup of the stock that the meat was cooked in. And then you add the mixtures of sugar, egg, vinegar, and mustard. So we're just going to keep bringing it to a simmer and boiling it until you feel it's reached. It just coats the back of your spoon.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get ready to make sandwiches.
Okay.
I've got just normal mustard to go on the base here. And don't worry, we're also going to use the mustard sauce, but we're going to use it as a bit of a dipping sauce once this is toasted. If you're going to use a corned beef in a sandwich, the key is letting it cool down completely before you slice so that it makes it easier to slice. And I like to add a bit of cheese on the bottom too.
Goodness. Well,
Place
that's
that
great.
down and just let that start toasting. Looks good, Mum. Job well done.
Yeah.
Time to dig in?
Yep.
Okay. And dip it in.
Yes, dip it in my favourite sauce.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's comforting.
Yum.